There's the lady reminding all of us that recording is in progress. My name is Toastmaster Saji Verghese, Assistant Director Club Growth for Area 49. And it is both my privilege and honor to open this event today. Today, we have a very special event organized by Area 49. Quite often in our personal lives, we all have a habit of saving the best for the last. And let me tell you, Area 49 XCOM would not have it any other way. We have indeed saved the best for last. As the current XCOM team of Area 49 bows out at the end of this month, after having served a term, this will be the last event being organized by the area for all the clubs in our area and beyond. And what a treat it is going to be. Now, a few rules for the live interview session with DTM Deepa Surendran, District 105 PR Manager. Please turn off your mobile phones or put them on silent mode. As per the region norms in this part of the world, please refrain from discussions on sex, religion, and politics during this Toastmasters event. Please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking. Please turn off your video if you are not speaking to enable good bandwidth for the speaker. Kindly avoid distracting movements if your video is on. As everybody in life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, District 105, part of Toastmasters fraternity, also has a mission, which is we build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. While I will leave the onus of the introduction of our chief guest of the morning to our area director, I just want to take this opportunity to express how lucky we are to have such an eminent personality amongst us today. Quite often in life, we come across an inspirational figure, and with all that DTM Deepa Surendran has achieved and continues to achieve, I'm sure that by the end of this event, we would have our roadmap to DTM plotted out. And if for some reason we've already achieved this coveted milestone, then perhaps we'll have, just as she has done, we will have a second DTM journey planned out. Our Area 49 director will be up on stage next to introduce our chief guest. Toastmaster Rohini Mendonza has been a pillar of strength and has veritably transformed Area 49 into a thriving 5-club area from a base of just 3. No doubt, one of the best areas in District 105. Not just going by the number of awards. Just before the session began, she has been receiving a lot of congratulations on the number of awards and accolades. And no doubt, this forms part of the person that she is. But not just by the award, but going by the satisfaction of the club members in our area. The Toastmasters program has always seen a singular focus on the member. And I can safely vouchsafe that all area club members reach out to our area director regularly, as she has come across as one of the most approachable, one of the most accessible area directors in this district. Attending at least 4 to 5 meetings a week can't be easy. I was just telling her about it. I don't know how anybody would do that. But taking a role in each of these meetings, that's tougher still. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for my mentor, Super Mom, and Super AD, Toastmaster Rohini Mendonza.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saji, for that warm introduction and for all those lovely words that you said about me. I'm sure everyone is wondering whether they have to believe it or not now. Anyway, good morning to all of you and welcome to this event at Area 49. Today being the 19th of June, it actually means we as an area team have only 11 days left for the end of our term. But as you all know, Area 49 has conducted a series of education events starting from the 1st of August and today, 11 months down the line, this one being our 5th and our final event. As Saji said, there is a saying, you always save the best for last, right? But let me explain this. This one is a very, very special event, as it was planned meticulously to unfold a surprise that was actually part of the area's newsletter, The Matrix. So, this is the twist of this event. And this newsletter actually even won us the Area Publisher Award. As the write up to the event mentioned, you must have wondered why a certain someone was not featured in any of our articles in edition 1 and edition 2. But I am not here to tell you any more now, but I will leave it to the person who will do the final introduction. But for me, it is a pleasure to introduce this person who will come on stage next to do the introduction of our chief guest this morning. So to introduce this Toastmaster, he has been a part of my area from August 2020 because he joined my team a month after we took over office. But ever since then, let me tell you, he has only added value to the team month after month in many ways, many ways, more than one. Be it ideas, be it making of the flyers, be it designing it, be it just plain and simple advice when the whole team or even me as an AD hit a dead end. But most of all, as part of his secretarial duties, the first thing we did was the initiation of the newsletter. We decided this area is going to have a newsletter. So here came this Toastmaster, brought in the concept, brought in the designs, sourced the major part of the content, and finally produced it. And not just produced it, but produced it with such passion that it brought to life a dream that both of us had, and we discussed it at the inception of this newsletter. And what was that dream? The dream of being awarded the Area Publisher Award. And that actually happened. But you know what? He didn't want to stop at that when we got that award, because he had more surprises planned to make it even more special. And how? To end our year on a perfect note with a big bang. So let me introduce to you my area secretary, Toastmaster Bosco Mascarenas, who will tell you more about the event and take the proceedings further as we now inject life into our final event this morning, which we have talked about and planned since edition 1 in November 2020. Please put your hands together and welcome on stage our area secretary, Toastmaster Bosco Mascarenas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Area Director Rohini, for that humbling introduction. You always have been the motivation and inspiration for all that has been happening in the area, and thank you for that. Hello, everyone, Toastmasters and guests. I want to welcome you all for this special interview with distinguished Toastmaster Deepa Surendran. I am Toastmaster Bosco, your host for today. Now, right off the bat, I want to congratulate you and your decision to join us today. You will be very glad you did it. Today's interview is with none other than Deepa Surendran, and there is no one better to share knowledge and experience as someone in the district leadership team in a relatively short amount of time we are going to spend with her today. Whatever she is going to share with us today has the potential to inspire every person present here. I know this from my personal interactions with her, as do many others who have been in her team. Before we bring DTM Deepa on, I want to share something that others have said about her. Now, DTM Nelson is the current District 105 Director, and here is what he has to say about DTM Deepa. Deepa is a visionary. She is meticulous and a focused leader. As PR manager, she has introduced District 105 to the world. I wish her success as Club Growth Director. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she is the Club Growth Director elect of District 105 for the year 2021-22. Current District 105 PQD and District Director elect DTM Gurbinder Singh says, Deepa brought creativity to PR. Current District 105 Club Growth Director and District 105 PQD elect DTM Rania says, Deepa is an exemplary person and her work has been full of passion and dedication. The head of communications in the PR team, Toastmaster Alexander Thomas, who's also the winner of the Publicity Mogul Award, says, people will do the impossible just because DTM Deepa is asking. Anyone on her team will do anything for her. Extremely authentic, hardworking, organized. She has a vision greater than anyone I have seen till now. Extremely caring leader she is. DTM Soumya Rangarajan, who's in the newsletter team, which is part of the PR, says, Deepa comes up with ideas like none other, and she leaves no stone unturned to implement them successfully. I can go on. Wow. Now I am really excited to talk to such a lady. I want to encourage all of you for the next 1 hour to set aside all distractions, close the other windows on your computers or mobiles, and really give Deepa your undivided attention. DTM Deepa is here with us, and I'm going to read out a short bio for the people who may not have known her much, except that she is the District 105 PR manager for 2021. She joined Toastmasters in 2013. She has a master's in computer applications and she's also a qualified auditor. Her qualification goes on like this: CISA, PMP, CISSP, and on. I think all the 26 alphabets of the English letter she has taken. She also was the area director in 2016-17. She was District Outstanding Toastmaster of the Year in 2017-18. She was Division F Director and she won the Best Video Director of the Year. Now, before we proceed, I just want to show you a video. Give me a second. Now, without further delay, let me bring on the woman of the hour, Distinguished Toastmaster Deepa Surendran. Welcome, distinguished Toastmaster Deepa, there are around 43 people with us live today. And I would like to kick off with the first question. Are you ready?
Yes, actually, I'm overwhelmed. So many, people, I'm really thankful to everybody for supporting and caring. Thank you. Let me thank our area director, Area 49 director, Rohini, and thank you very much, Rohini, for this opportunity and this kind of introduction. Warm welcome, Toastmaster Bosco. Thank you very much. It is more than a pleasure to be here with you.
We are very happy to have you with us, distinguished Toastmaster Deepa. Now, my first question, it's not a question. I want to ask you to share your Toastmasters journey shortly.
Okay. Toastmasters journey for me, it is a journey of self-actualization, soul-fulfilling, and self-realization. It all started, as you already mentioned, it all started in 2013. One of my friends who was living in the same community, she called me for joining the first meeting of our Discovery Gardens Toastmasters charter meeting, or the demo meeting, yes. And then that meeting I missed because I had terrible backache that day. And then for the second meeting also, she called me 3-4 times. And then I went there. That was the day I started my Toastmasters journey. I'm really thankful to her, though that day I just attended for the sake of, attending the particular meeting because of her, loving encouragement. Then initially that 1 year I was just attending meetings, filling the vacant roles. Whoever is backing out, I used to take that particular role. And one day I remember I took 5 different roles. I was actually the word master of the day, and many were backed out that day. And then I ended up becoming the word master, accounter, grammarian, then evaluator also. Then TTM also was not there. Then so all 5 roles were I took those roles because we had some guests as well. So we wanted to run the meeting. It was a very soul enriching experience. And then slowly and steadily, I think maybe in the second year, maybe because of the encourage from my mentors and the club leaders, I started taking many other roles. Or maybe if I can tell you one experience, in 2015 we had a family picnic from Discovery Gardens Toastmasters Club, and my 2 daughters attended that picnic. One of when I was not around, somebody asked my daughter, who is she? Actually, she had joined Gavaliers, and I joined Toastmasters because of okay, chalta hai, like that. And somebody asked her, who is she? She just she knew some words like MTM, DTM, and all those because many education sessions were happening in her club. So she just answered, she is the daughter of DTM Deepa. And then everybody laughed because, in those days, we didn't have anybody as a DTM in Discovery Gardens Toastmasters Club. And I thought, okay, why not try for a distinguished Toastmaster position or credential? That maybe after that I started taking it seriously. Then I became the president, and I became the area director. And then I think I got addicted to Toastmasters because of the positivity, because of the people like you who is always supporting and encouraging. After area director, I became the division F. No, 2 years I was assistant division director with the distinguished Toastmaster Wilson and distinguished Toastmaster Leo as the division PR. And division CG, assistant division director CG, I think. Yeah, it was a position offered to me. I enjoyed, I learned a lot. The people around, whenever we are taking new positions, we are getting the opportunity, we are lucky, we are becoming lucky to get interacting with many other people around, and everybody is giving us that positive vibe, which is encouraging us to take more positions. Actually, we are not looking forward to take positions or commitment or responsibility, but because we don't want to miss the positivity which people are giving to us, the energy which people are giving to us. That is what is the benefit of Toastmasters. Then after division, this assistant division director tenures, I have taken the division F director position. I didn't expect election for that position. Because the information what we got was like nobody is standing for the for that particular position, but ended up having a very strong opponent. Toastmaster Philip was there, and we did campaign, and we had an understanding that if I am winning, he will be there in my team, and if he is winning, I'll join in his team. That was the understanding. And the division F, the director, that position was like really a challenging one, because I had some unexpected incidents in my life. 2 months of sabbatical. After that, I couldn't, focus. And my assistant division director, then the current division director, DTM Dinesh, had managed, and all the area directors, they were doing their roles without any support or my presence itself was not there. But they managed, they supported, and they didn't push me, or they didn't come to me for anything, but they were doing their best to make division F in the first position always. And when I came back, I'm still thankful to Distinguished Toastmaster DTM, our district director DTM Nelson, for offering me a timer role in the district trainings, judges training. And that day when I came back and when I took the timer role, it was in the big auditorium of GEM School. When the positive vibe everybody gave me, that was really encouraging. And then, I don't think now I cannot live a day without doing something as a Toastmaster. So that is the journey. And this year as PR, it is a lot more fun with the entire district, interacting with all the district Toastmasters, district leaders. Lot of guidance, lot of learning for me and my team. We enjoy thoroughly. And what I'll be missing after this PR term, after 30th, will be the fun we had in our team. Everybody was really enjoying and then doing whatever is coming out of their mind, out of with the heart into their roles. So that is one thing we are going to miss. Our team. As a PR term, and a lot of challenges as such, but yeah, still we enjoyed a lot. I hope all others also, our district, the Toastmasters in our district 105 family also enjoyed whatever we did, the fitness challenge or Toastmasters Got Talent show, and yesterday's the roasting session. I hope everybody enjoyed. If any feedback is there, we are there to take it. And then I hope, the next term as club growth as well will be same way fulfilling, soul fulfilling and fun and lot of learning. So without Toastmasters, around, I don't think I'll be able to survive. Thank you very much for taking me or giving me that opportunity to go back to my Toastmasters journey. Thank you.
That's a very it's an amazing journey, DTM Deepa. It puts everyone in the reset mode where we all start recollecting from the day we came to the meeting as a guest, and then the journey started. Now, what I want to know is how Toastmasters helped you in your personal and professional life after you got your association with Toastmasters. What was the change?
A lot actually. It's not that in my public speaking or leadership or anything, because I was a outspoken person from beginning, and I used to stand for elections, or I used to become leader in the school all the 10 years, I think, in school. I mean, because in state syllabus in Kerala, we have first standard till 10th standard those days, and then 2 years of college. So all those years I was the class leader and school leader also once, I think. And then in during my +2, that is like in the college itself, we had our pre-degree in the which was in the under the university, and I stood for the college union as well again, and my opponent was very elderly, I mean, a person, a chechi, lady who was doing the post-graduation in Malayalam. And somehow we managed to win. One of my hostel mate, Toastmaster Rena, is an area director now. We had fun doing campaigning. We were all staying in the hostel, and oh my God, it was real fun doing that campaign in those days. We had actually politics was not allowed in our college. It was a college run by nuns, and very strict. After 10 o'clock, we are not supposed to switch on the light, etc. But we enjoyed. So what I was telling, it is not like Toastmasters didn't help me in as a speaker or a leader. I mean, I was already a good speaker, but in my language. But and I was very comfortable communicating with people or all those sort. And then, but when I moved to UAE after marriage, I left my job in India and I moved to Dubai. And this was like a total different ball game for me. A lot of responsibilities, working environment, language is different, not like my mother tongue Malayalam. And kids, the responsibility of taking care of my kids and home and job. So I think I started developing kind of frustration within me. Nobody to express your feelings in your own language, and we have to call international. I mean, we don't have Zoom or to talk or Botim or anything in those days. So we have to spend a lot of money to call back to your relatives to get support. That was one thing. And then, when we are talking here with your colleagues and all, we have to be really careful what to speak and what not to speak. It was a real challenge. And I think the frustration was like mounting within me. And then when I got to Toastmasters, we are meeting a lot of similar people, and who are not there to judge you, or they are not there to evaluate you based on what you do or what you speak. They are there to encourage you, and they are there to appreciate you on whatever we do. Have you noticed that, if we are doing something positive or very good, then also we clap. And if somebody just do below average, then also we do the same clapping only. And empathy we do, okay, maybe I will be in that particular position someday. That feeling is there, that understanding is there. Just appreciate, and that is working for me in either ways. When I do bad also, people are there to appreciate me. When I'm doing good also, people are there to appreciate me. So this way, I'm really happy with the Toastmasters. I'm enjoying those appreciating words, and I am able to grow. I am able to mold myself, and I am able to be me. So that is one thing. Toastmasters help me to be.
Super. So now, can you tell us the person or the people who influenced you greatly in Toastmasters?
You mean my mentors?
Anyone?
Okay. Anyone?
Any person.
That is a tricky question. If I answer one, then all others will not, help me in future.
You can name a few people also.
Actually, my first mentor, as I mentioned, when I went to my Toastmasters club meeting first day, I met one lady. She was the then SA Toastmaster Manju. I still remember her, broad smile and the firm handshake she gave me, and then asking me, "Deepa, right?" As if we knew each other for ages, and she was my mentor. She was very strict in reviewing my speeches. She always used to push me for to take the slots for prepared speeches, and we used to dis discuss for hours on the concepts, which speech, which topic will be good for which speech in the old communication manual, because objectives and speeches, the topics are like, really important. I always wanted to present slides because I am an IT person, but she never used to allow me because yeah, project 7 is for what is that, visual aid. Only for project 7 you're supposed to show visual aid. Till then you utilize your 7 minutes for developing communication. That's what she always used to tell me, and she used to force us to go to her house and deliver the speech in front of her before delivering it in the club. I was not that comfortable, but then what she did, she wanted us to send a voice clip to her, and she never allowed us to present a speech without preparing well. And I think that helped us a lot as mentees. And then Toastmaster in leadership track, I think Toastmaster Kiruba, who set a target for me. Within 2 years of time, you become the president of this club. That was, he chartered the club for us. He was the division governor. And he told me in 2 years' time, you have to target yourself to become the president. And then, yeah, but I never took it seriously then because, okay, chalta hai, but that was the, style. But it happened, I think I kept that, word. And then all these things, whatever I shared before, DTM, that aspiration. But one thing is that it is not setting the target or anything, but, we are learning a lot from people around. Though in Jablali one, Discovery Gardens Toastmasters Club, we used to meet in Jablali, and the super mentors, the influencers whom you all will know, like Distinguished Toastmaster Balaji, Distinguished Toastmaster Uma, our Colonel Murad, EP Menon, and all those big people, we never had the luxury of meeting them or getting mentored by them. We never had that luxury. Once in a while, DTM Leo, DTM Balaji, all they agreed to do an education session in Japan because they have to drive a long long distance from Karama or Size and all to come to Jabalali. So we were learning from ourselves mainly. But when these great people come to us, once in a while, we learn a lot. So we are all ears to listen to them and learn. Uh, I cannot tell you one person, but so many influenced us. Uh, and we are actually people in Jabalali. Others tell us, yeah, they are laid back people. For COT also, we will just go sign, and then if we are managed to attend 1 hour session, it's well and good. Otherwise, we request our leaders to come to our place and then educate us. So, but now I think the everything is getting changed. We have many good leaders in Jabalali area also for Division F, and so yeah, I'm not telling you one person, but many influenced me in taking the leadership track.
Fair enough. Is there any particular learning or memory that you cherish?
A lot of memories are there, Toastmaster Bosco. One, maybe the first one, what I explained to you, that the first meeting, the meeting I attended for the first time, I still remember Toastmaster Manju's, my mentor's big broad smile, shaking hands with me, telling Deepa, right. That is one thing. And then, yeah, the other one is had opportunity because I, like when I came back after my daughter's accident and all those things, 2 months, Distinguished Toastmaster Nelson, District Director, had given me, the then PQD had given me an opportunity to become timer. I just asked him, can I get a role? And then he told me, okay, why you're not taking the timer role? And I came back, and then that day, I actually didn't know how to face people. I was so scared, reluctant, and timer role was really perfect for me then. I wanted to avoid meeting people, so I reached the hall, that venue late. But they didn't call me. They didn't ask me that are you coming? Nothing. DD, I mean, when DTM Nelson didn't replace me with another person, though I was not there before the starting of the meeting. But when I reached there, everybody was there. SA was about to go to the on the stage, big hall, so many people, and I could see one table, chair, and the timer machine is there on the table. And DTM Rupesh, he was guiding me. Please go and sit, take your seat. So nothing else. And that day we had a lot of, everybody was like, trying to encourage me. They knew. I remember Distinguished Toastmaster Abraham Thomas, coming near to me, touching my hand. Everything will be all right. And DTM Pun was there from all the way from Oman to give an education session. DTM Wilson was there, and DTM Balaji was there, DTM Nelson, and then we had good food from DTM Vipin's Mami Sillam. We all had lunch there. I mean, it was arranged by PD. DTM Naina was there. Everybody was around me. Toastmaster Anu, Anuradha, and they all made sure that I am having a comfortable environment, and then which encouraged me, which ensured that I'll be back in Toastmasters and I realized that Toastmasters will be there to support me in the coming days. So that is one memory I always want to cherish.
Yeah, we are also so glad that you came back, and in a very short period, that comeback was a inspiration for all of us. That's what I can say.
Thank you.
Now, see, DTM Deepa, we know you as a very humble person, okay? But I want you to share with us some of the achievements of the PR team this year.
Actually, yes. I think when we took the public relations, when we started discussing about public relations, we didn't have a base, the platform to start with, what we are supposed to do, what we are supposed to achieve. That was not very clear. But only thing we knew, we want to showcase District 105 in front of the world as the best district in the world in terms of Toastmasters. The other thing what I wanted to make sure was that everybody should be happy. They need to celebrate. So in PR, this is one thing, we do not have tangible performance indicators. No measuring as in the CG, in the case of Club Growth Director or PQD. We don't have anything of that sort, but we just have that one criteria: how to make people happy, how to showcase happy people in front of the entire world. So when we started that, we had many discussions with DTM Balaji, with DTM Sunil, our current RA, and District Director DTM Nelson spent a lot of time in formulating the teams and their goals. And one more thing, I think in due course of discussions, we thought we want to ensure some kind of knowledge transfer, because what I identified out of what I felt during my Toastmasters tenure, that a lot of people are there with a lot of knowledge, seniors. They are the reason for Toastmasters movement got established in our, the entire Middle East. People like DTM Murad, DTM George Thomas in Oman, DTM Dilip, in Oman, so many leaders. And in Abu Dhabi also, many leaders like DTM Abraham, the earlier senior Toastmasters, DTM Mallika in Division J. So we wanted to ensure that, all those experiences to be imparted to the new set of Toastmasters, because I was in darkness for first 4-5 years of my Toastmasters journey. I never knew that, a lot of, hard work by these mentors has been put to, the development or the for this these many clubs to get chartered. So much of effort has been put into, into this. So I wanted everybody to know all these things. So that was the main reason for knowledge transfer. That is the reason for me starting the newsletters and the interviews with the senior Toastmasters. So all those things we wanted new Toastmasters interviewing the senior Toastmasters and try to get their experience in front of others, the new Toastmasters. So this will be like, if many didn't go through these videos or didn't listen to those YouTube videos, they are still there. Anytime when we are free, we can go and watch those videos. And when we watch those videos, we'll realize, my God, how so much of effort has been put into this. So what we are doing is nothing. So that was the idea. And newsletters also, the 14 different newsletters, we wanted the unsung heroes from each and every division to come into the limelight. They are getting an opportunity to be showcased in front of the world. Yeah, this is the person who is the reason for this particular club, or this is a person who is the reason for this particular area to be developed. For example, we just had one club in Discovery Gardens, this area. But now it is like 6-7 clubs. It became one area. The Discovery Gardens Toastmasters Club started many other clubs, sponsored other clubs, and those clubs are sponsoring many other. So this particular one person who started this club is, may not be active at this point of time, but we want to bring them in front of other people. That was one idea. So based on these, small factors, we started the public relations team, and we had one more thing. Whatever we are doing, we want to take it to the entire world. That's why we thought of having the communications team headed by DTM, Toastmaster Alexander, DTM Sabida, and Sian Leah, and many others are part of the team. We had team from across our district, all 4 countries, UAE, Oman, Jordan and Lebanon. We had leaders from there to take whatever we are doing, the information to their respective clubs, so that it will reach to the new Toastmasters effectively. That was the idea. And yeah, I hope it became successful. Our ideas, a lot more to do, and I'm hoping that our next team, public relations team, will be taking it to the next level. That's it.
Yes, DTF Deepa, I can say that you are a pioneer in so many efforts that went to the PR department, and you also took over PR during a very critical time when in-person meetings stopped and there was only online meetings, and there was a negative vibe with the people.
Yeah, that was one thing. That was one, sorry for interrupting. One thing, one decision was made that we will not mention about the pandemic or the challenges or the hurdles. Everybody's talking about that because, that is just around us. But what we need to see is beyond that, because this is not the end of the world. This is not the end of our life. We have seen more than this. We have faced, we have experienced, worse than this. We came out of it. So these days are not the end, and we are human, we are survivors, we are fighters. We will come out of it. That was one thing we wanted to communicate to the people. Only the positivity, the happiness,
Yes.
or the celebration, the happy moments remains in our life.
Yes, I can say that 100% it was conveyed, and we were all witness to that. You know, you turned around the entire Toastmasters experience with all your PR efforts.
Thank you, and I mean, I'm really thankful to my team who were ready to dance into the tunes of whatever tunes we were making. They were also contributing, and we were also thinking of new. I mean, we didn't go in any traditional way. That is one thing. Whatever is coming into our mind, if it is good, yeah, okay, why not? Let's try. That was the idea.
Wonderful efforts, DT and Deepa. Now, what special message you have for the new leaders who are going to take up positions in club, division, area, district for the upcoming Toastmaster year?
Actually, I don't think I'm enough experienced to give an advice or anything at this point of time. I'm still new. I'm still learning a lot. But one thing we can do is do it for yourself. Be a Toastmaster. Take up roles for your development, your satisfaction. If anything is making you happy, don't stop doing it. And when you are happy, when you are happy inside within, and if you are able to smile and communicate that happiness to others will take it up. Positivity attracts everyone. So that is the one thing you do. If you are happy, do it. Otherwise, say no, yeah, I'm not able. Still not ready to take up any role. That is the one thing maybe I can tell everybody. And whenever possible, appreciate others, celebrate. When others are happy, you will automatically will be happy. It's a cycle, or it's a circle of happiness. That is the only one thing I can say. Other than that, I'm not that experienced.
Thank you so much for sharing all the wonderful experience. Now we have come to the end of the first segment. The second segment is going to be the question answer from the guests. Okay, before we bring on the guests, we have about 60 plus audience today. So let's have a group photo. So I would request all the participants to switch on their videos and then pose for the group photo. Once that photo is done, then we'll move on to the next session. Zoom Master, you can prompt us and let us know once you finish.
Sure, just give me 10 seconds. First screen. Wait, I'll take it again because more people came. More people switched on the camera, so I'll do it again.
Go on. We are holding our smiles.
Okay. First screen, 3, 2, 1, click. That's 1. Okay, now the second screen. Okay, I think that's it. There's only one screen off. Wait, yeah, perfect. Okay, we've got everyone with the cameras on. Yeah, we're done. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was Zoom Master Yuvan, who's doing the silent role today. Let's all now unmute and give a huge round of applause to DTM Deepa before we move on to the next session. Thank you. Thank you. DTM Deepa, now we will bring on some guests who will be asking questions directly to you. And for this, the first guest who I'd like to bring up is Toastmaster Prabhakaran. Toastmaster Prabhakaran. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Prabhakaran.
Toastmaster Bosco, can you just take me next time? I'll get into my car in 2 minutes. So if you want to start with somebody else, I'll do the second one, please.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Let's move on to the next person. That is Toastmaster Kanti Madinathan. Toastmaster Kanti Madinathan, please feel free to turn on your video and your mic. And Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Kanti. And Toastmaster Kanti, yes, the screen is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, moderator. And good evening, Area 49, and all the members and guests here. First of all, I would like to congratulate our District 105 Club Growth Director-elect, DTM's Deepa Surendran sister. Welcome, sister. Thank you.
Kandi bro.
Yes, and you have achieved a lot of achievements in Toastmasters, not only in area club level, in the area level, district level, and even in the Toastmasters international level. In many roles, PR roles, membership role, division director, and you have achieved a best division director in the year also. And my one humble questions to you is, what's your message to the new members or the guest to give the benefit of Toastmasters, and could you convey from throughout your Toastmasters journey and your experience, please? Thank you.
Thank you for that question. Actually, just have fun. This isn't an office job where you will be evaluated on your mistakes harshly. Everyone is on their own journey, and they do not have time to evaluate you or judge you and feel bad about you on your mistakes. So they are here to help you. So just have fun and enjoy your own space and what you are supposed to do, what you enjoy doing, continue doing, help others, and don't just attend meetings and expect results, but do it for you. Then only we will grow and learn and grow. The results will not automatically come, but we need to put efforts into it. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, thank you, CGD. Thanks for inspiring us, and thanks for the tips you gave to us. Over to you, moderator.
Thank you.
Thank you. So our next guest is Toastmaster Nahid. Toastmaster Nahid also is a fairly new Toastmaster, joined just a month back, less than a month back. Toastmaster Nahid, you can shoot your question to Toastmaster Deepa.
Good morning, everyone. I really enjoyed this interview so far. And my question to you, DTM Deepa, that what does success mean to you?
Success. If you're able to sleep after a long day of work and interaction with your peers, your boss, or your team members, other Toastmasters, you're successful that day. So that means if you're able to sleep peacefully, that means peace is there within. You didn't hurt anybody, nobody hurt you. So it's a harmony around you. So that is success. I mean, it's not like the big figures in the bank or, gold bars hanging on your ears or, tied around your neck. That is success. But if you're happy, if you're able to inspire others or help others, which will make you, peace, which will give that peace within, which will create that peace within, and which will help you to sleep peacefully. I think end of the day, that 24 hours matters. We have to get up, we have to do some work and then take rest. next day it will be the same. So that is success for me, nothing more than that. Hope I answered your question.
Yes, yes, that was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Toastmaster Prabhakar, are you ready?
Yes, if I may, please. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Toastmaster Prabhakar, the screen is yours.
Hi, good morning firstly to everyone, and a special good morning to DTM Deepa. Let me first just acknowledge the wonderful job that she and her team have been doing as the PR for District 105. I think a lot has been said and will continue to be said about the wonderful achievements. I will not say more, but just listening to you so far in this interview or event, it's very clear how articulate you are, how clear in your thinking you are, and how in control of your emotions you are. And it's really wonderful to see that. But what is also very striking is that you're able to convey what you have to convey in a very pleasant way, with a smile in your tone and voice all along. So that really is the question that I have for you is, you're in a very senior position. You have an army of people working for you, as was said yesterday by your beloved team. But what was very clear is that they have a lot of affection for you, love for you, and not a hint of being intimidated or feeling covered by you. So how do you manage to get a lot done by a team, by a huge team, in the position you have and a huge amount that you achieved, but without even a hint of any fear or intimidation that the team have for you? What is the magic wand that you use to have your team love you and do things willing for you, rather than just out of fear or intimidation for your position and role? Thank you, DTM Deepa.
Thank you. Good morning, Toastmaster Prabhakar. Thank you very much for that, for this question. And I think my simple answer, one word answer will be smile. No matter what meeting is you are in, or no matter who you are in front of, just smile. There is a famous poem I remember that tells that no matter your circumstances, just smile. Because if you project joy, you will attract joy. Don't you think so? The people around you are probably they are nervous about many things, and please don't add up to that their nervousness from your side as well. Make them happy, comfortable,
Yeah.
and yeah, that is it. And then they will. I mean, we have. It's not like my objective or their objective as a team. It is whatever we are doing is ultimately supposed to make us happy. Sometimes yeah, deadlines are there. Sometimes not sometimes, but always yes. But still, if whatever we are taking up is making us happy, I think we will get the things done. So that is one thing. Just project joy, and everything will be fine. We don't have to show that we are above somebody, or you are below to someone. Nothing like that. I mean, just express yourselves as it is. We don't have to show off, I think. That's okay.
Thank you so much. What is distinct is that your smile and is genuine and comes from the heart. That makes all the difference. Thank you so much for answering the question. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Bosco.
Thank you, Toastmaster
Thank you.
Prabhakar. Next, I would like to bring upon a non-Toastmaster all the way from India. She is, her name is Deepti Kumar. Can we spotlight Deepti Kumar? Though she is a non-Toastmaster, she comes from a Toastmaster family. That's what she says. So let's hear it from Deepti Kumar. Is she available?
Hi.
Yes,
I'm speaking on behalf of Deepti Kumar, is my father. And my question is, what do you think are the key steps to manage anger in professional life and in personal life? What do you think are the approaches, if there are any?
Okay. Actually, what's your name?
My name is Chitralekha Nair.
I don't think I am the person to approach a question on anger management. I am also in the learning stage for anger management, actually. But here is one thing: do not take overwork or get burdened. And if you are not ready to do something, it's better we say no. If you let yourself violate your own boundary, actually there is a personal space around you, and if you are letting others to break that personal space, then you will end up in getting angry. Then I think that is what I am trying to establish. Yeah, there is a space around us, and if we are keeping that space intact, everything is fine. If you are letting others walk over you, then maybe you are violating your own space, and that will upset your inner peace, which will make you angry. So maybe this is one thing we all can do, especially ladies, because for ladies, we do not have a personal space around us, especially at home, in the office as well. So friends, anyway, we do not have any, we don't have to, if they are close enough, they will know what is our limits and borders. They will respect that. But family members, I've seen for ladies, like, they anytime 24/7, mom means like, they must be available. It's like, a goddess figure. So I don't think, everybody, all human beings have to be respected, irrespective of their gender, their role as mother or a daughter or wife or subordinate. Their the personal space has to be respected, and if others are not respecting, we have to demand and we have to establish that personal space. I hope if we are not ready to accept anybody encroaching that personal space, we are keeping ourselves, our emotions intact, and that will help us remain calm and cool. This is what I'm trying to do in my life. That is enough.
Thank you.
Lega.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, I would like to bring on Toastmaster Preeti Kapil. Are you ready, Toastmaster Preeti Kapil? Yes, can shoot.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Preeti. How are you?
Good, good. Achha. As a PR manager, what challenges have you faced and how you have overcome them? So that is what I want to ask you.
Okay.
Maybe a couple of challenges that you have faced and overcome.
Okay. Actually, when we started our PR term, the main challenge was like we didn't have any base to start with, and we didn't have expectations as well. It was not established. So we didn't know what to do. That was the first challenge. We had to build from nothing. I mean, because the understanding, what I understood, what others told me is like, PR manager is a person to do flyers for the district, which I am not good at. I am an okay creative person, and the other one was managing FB, our FB profile, and if possible, revamp the website. That was the only targets given to us. But PR, when we looked outside, PR is not just these small things. And in Toastmasters itself, we had a big manual on PR mentioning to us, let the world know. So what do you mean by let the world know? We have to do something good so that, if we are informing about these things to the world, then they will be, oh my God, yeah, District 105 is doing something good. So we have to do something first and then project it to the world. So what to do? So that was the first thing what we started thinking. Then slowly and steadily, based on the knowledge management, making people happy, making people forget about the circumstances what we are in at this point of time, etc. And more actually. These were the challenges. We wanted people to forget the circumstances we are in, and look forward to the future, because we are not going to remain in the same situation. So we started planning for something which will make people happy, celebrate their life. Something like our current division F director, DTM Dinesh, suggested the fitness challenge. And we managed to make it as a campaign, a 21 days challenge, which is aligned with the Dubai Fitness Challenge in October, and it became a hit. Every one of you supported us in that. I would like to remember our admin manager Diva Godwani, our champion speaker Divya. Every day they were going to gym. Normally they used to skip one day or something, but because of that challenge, they made a habit that every day they go to gym and take a record what they do. And then they were inspiring others. So it is not, I think, us who did the PR successful, but our members, all our members participated, they supported. Maybe because it is a joyful experience, or happy, or we were trying to celebrate their life. Everybody was with us. They were supporting us. So I think if we are thinking about others when we plan something for us, or our as part of our duty, or as part of our job requirement, if we consider others' emotions, then for sure everybody will be participating, or the entire world will be conspiring to make your activities a successful thing. So these are, I don't think any challenge as such was there, other than planning and making it into a yearly plan, what we are planning, what we are trying to achieve. So when we were clear about these 2-3 things, like making people happy, celebrate life, and put District 105 in front of the world as the best district in terms of Toastmasters. When we were clear about these targets, then it was done. That was the main challenge I felt. And you were there, no? You all were there supporting us as a PR ambassadors.
Yes, yes.
So any challenge will be, become lighter, and an experience to cherish.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. You're a true inspiration. I see, like, when you come on with that black bindi, and I also put that black bindi, I feel, yes, there is something in me, So you are an inspiration.
Actually, this bindi story, my grandmother never used to let us go out without putting this. So it is a habit now.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preeti, for that question. Next, I would like to bring on a very special person, our past district director, DTM Balaji. DTM Balaji. Would you like to share your question? Yes, thank you.
Good morning, Guru.
Yeah. Deepa, are you listening?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Yeah, is this clear now? Okay.
Better.
Great. Okay, Deepa, sometimes I feel that you should come first when you want to ask the question, because my question was already asked by Prabhakar.
Okay.
So you have a different question now which has come up to me.
Okay.
You are now a CGD.
Okay.
CGD elect from July 1 for 1 year. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of Malayalam clubs which are going to open.
I'm
Okay.
not sure about that.
Yeah, there is an ambition from people. So when you become a district director, do you think that you'll be instrumental to have Malayalam as a recognized language at Toastmasters International?
Yeah, that is our wish. Actually, from last year, if you know, if you have noticed, from last year onwards, we entire world, 8 countries, Malayalam, all the Malayalam Toastmasters club from all these 8 countries, we have formed a unofficial group, and then we are working towards spreading the awareness on the Malayalam clubs. We actually we are conducting the annual Malayalam speech contest in the form of Toastmasters speech contest only, in all 4 categories. And now UAE is hosting this particular event. Since it is online, we are not that visible, but still our group of people, the Toastmasters from Malayalam Toastmasters Club in UAE is hosting it. And, yesterday we finished table topics and humorous speech contest. It was a great success. We have winners from UAE, not Oman, Jordan, no, UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi, and India. And today we have evaluation and international speech contest. It will be starting at 5:45 today. We have yesterday we had one keynote speaker, to our Professor Madhusudanan Nair, a famous poet from Kerala. And today we have another keynote speaker, Dr. George Onaka, a writer, very famous writer. So it's happening in big way. We are trying to reach to that particular target, like get Malayalam as a established official language of Toastmasters. So all the efforts are going on before, if at all I become district director, I hope we will have Malayalam as one of the official languages. But I am actually not thinking about that district director tenure at this point of time, let me tell you. Let's finish step by step. Let me finish my PR term. Please allow me to finish my PR term by June 30th, and then we'll start CG, and I will be approaching you for all the guidance as always. And then we will see when and where, that I'm not sure. Better people are coming into the fraternity, so maybe we are there to encourage them as well, as you always do, right?
Thank you. Thank you, DTM Balaji, for that question. And let's move on to the next person. I would like to bring on Toastmaster Mariana. Toastmaster Mariana, are you ready?
Yes, hello.
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 How are you, my friend?
How are you? Such a lovely time to spend this morning with you. Your smile and your humility, they are contagious and inspirational. I attended the district election, like most of us did here a few weeks ago. And I was actually jumping out of screen from joy because of all the women being elected in the leadership role in the District 105. And then when I recently got elected as well, area director for Area 32, I was jumping again out of joy because I realized that Division I had 3 women area directors. So my joy kept on multiplying with all women stepping up for leadership roles. But I think we need more. And my question to you is, how do we encourage women and Toastmasters to step up and take on leadership roles?
First of all, congratulations on your area director position, area director winning, and all the very best, Mariana. And I am sure you will do a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And that will be instrumental for the all the area directors sitting here today. Toastmaster Bosco is an elected area director. You are there. Toastmaster Saji is there. And I'm sure that you all will be adding value or adding more to the current area directors. And regarding with respect to your question, I think we need to support each other. That is the one thing we need to do. That one thing I heard, like, women will not, they are not enjoying working together. Woman boss is not acceptable by women employees itself. So these are all propaganda. I mean, I am very happy with you, and I'm sure you will be happy with me as well. So why not, mention that to the entire world? Yeah, we are happy working together. Forget others, the propaganda. Some people, they don't want women working together or to the top. This is one thing which we need to ignore. And, other thing what I noticed is women, we need to, we ourselves are keeping a different measurement or scale for our performance. If men are there in the same position, they will not be evaluated or judged or measured their success in terms of certain parameters as it is applied for women leaders. That is one thing we need to change. We all are human beings, irrespective of the gender. We need to be evaluated on the same scale. Men, they can be angry, they can yell at anybody. That is all accepted. They don't have to be, graceful. They can be arrogant. It's okay. But for women, I mean, if we are born like, little stubborn, oh, she's very bossy. That is the first comment for a woman leader. That we need to change. I think these are the concerns raised by some of the women leaders, the C-level leaders as well. Women are not allowed to be themselves when they are in the leadership positions. That need to be changed. We have to change our perspectives. If they are able to give some success or if they are able to inspire others, then we have to accept them as a leader, irrespective of their emotion, what emotions they are expressing. And compared to the lucky men around, they are handling a lot of stuff. The hormonal changes, emotional, the family, kids, and then work. And for us, then Toastmasters. So we have to be little considerate about our women leaders. Especially women, we have to accept each other and support, and always support other women leaders. That's what we need to do. And then, there will not be any coming back. Men has to fight same way. This 2-3 generations were how men are fighting to, how women are fighting to come to the top. I think men will be in the same, race, same competition together with women. Then it will be a very good world where no discrimination based on gender. That is an ideal world I want to see before, I hope I answered your question.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question, Mariana.
Thank you.
Looking forward to work with you and learn from you in this coming year. Thank you.
Sure,
Thank
same
you,
from my
Toastmaster
side.
Mariana, for joining us today. Next, I would like to bring upon Toastmaster Abida Akhtar.
Hello, DTM Abida.
Good morning. Hello, how are you?
He's an inspiration.
Thank you so much. It was lovely dancing along with you, with the same team, as you mentioned, dancing in the rain, and enjoy doing that. Isn't it, DTM Deepa?
Exactly,
Yes,
exactly. We enjoyed a lot, yes.
Of course, you've been an inspiration, as others have mentioned. I have met you once, but with this virtual world, we feel as if we are meeting every day. That's one thing which I want to tell. It's like, feeling and the hugs and the touch. This is something emotional. As yes, the smile is contagious. Set apart all that. You have mentioned all my questions are over. Indeed, most of them have asked the questions which I wanted to ask. But still, I'll just give a twist to my question, which is your team itself. If you come across conflicts and obstacles within your team, how do you manage that? How do you motivate them? I know your team is motivated. I mean, our team is motivated. But how do you do that in spite of all kinds of, I won't say challenges, maybe the obstacles or something which comes in your way? How do you do that? We can't just manage with a smile, isn't it?
Because people like you are there in the team, no? What else we need?
So what are the parameters? Yeah.
Actually, parameters and I don't know, because I was lucky, or we were lucky to have a very dedicated, committed and passionate set of people, group of people who were already motivated, and they were eager to do a lot for our fraternity, our group of Toastmasters. People like you, you are still eager to do a lot of for Toastmasters. You are still eager to help others. You want others to grow along with you. So people like that, are there in our team. So I don't think I had to do something in addition to that to motivate people. I was one among you, and I was getting motivated from my team. And when the initial goals were set, I mean, many were thinking that in terms of the normal management, team management, group meetings are not. This event was not informed, not discussed. This kind of small things were there. But what is more important to stick to our target, to stick to the basics, that we just had to achieve one thing, that or the 2-3 things what I already mentioned, that to bring District 105 in front of the world as the best district in the world, and then let people celebrate their lives by forgetting what is happening around at this point of time. Forget pandemic, forget the job losses, forget the what is that, the COVID. We didn't want to mention that. These were the challenges, and if we are able to help them to overcome all these things by upskilling their current level with the help of the educational platform which is offered by Toastmasters International, focus more on self-development by using the techniques or pathways, the projects mentioned in the Pathways education platform. When we are thinking about, oh my God, what is happening today? What is happening today? Well, how I'll survive? Then we will not be able to focus more on our self-development. Instead of that, we have to make people or shift people's attention to the educational platform, which the beautiful educational platform offered by Toastmasters International, the Pathways education platform, podcasting, debating, and blogging, so conducting online meetings. All these are projects in our Pathways, right? So if we are able to direct people to focus on these, educational achievements, and then that was the only thing, what was the only aim for public relations team in this year, and which we were successful. And it was an easy thing for us to do that. First, we were happy, we were forgetting the difficulties around, and we were focusing more on these educational achievements, which will help us to upskill ourselves. So people were, they were also doing the same. So, for me, I didn't find any challenge, because working with a set of motivated people. I was always scared, oh my God, whether I'll be able to match up to these people. That was my challenge, basically. Hope that, that is enough for you.
You have answered beyond.
Thank you for helping.
Thank you so much. Keep inspiring, keep rocking.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhita, for joining us today. Next, I would like to bring on Toastmaster Namrata. Namrata, are you ready?
Hello, Namrata.
Hi.
My friend.
Good evening, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Something
morning.
very positive happened during this pandemic, and that was these online meetings. And because of them, I met so many wonderful people. And one of them was DTM Deepa. And I don't know how, but we connected immediately.
Some connect is there, yeah. I mean, somehow we never met, but I feel that, you know, you are kind of mirror image to me.
Yes, that connection is there. What, you know, I have been in connection with DTM Deepa for so many months now. And something that I always wonder is, you know, like, how do you manage to remain continuously motivated and passionate? That level, because I never see you tired. I never see you backing out of any event or any meeting or anything. So I always wonder, you know, that kind of passion and that kind of motivation, how do you manage that? I have read so many books, but no answers. So
I don't think we need to force ourselves to be motivated or, you know, happy. Just do things what is making you happy. Just focus on what you enjoy doing, and then you will remain happy and motivated. That is the only answer I can give you. You don't need to force yourself to do something. It is automatically, you know, because for me, Toastmasters is, I mean, I explained a lot, right? Toastmasters is, you know, when I am surrounded by Toastmasters, or when people are there, I mean, the Toastmasters are there, I am happy actually, yeah, because of the support they are giving, the appreciation they are giving, and the people around you are always motivating me. So the same thing I just mentioned to Abhida also. We are doing something which is making us, you know, enjoy, and when we project joy, joy will be there in the other person's face as well. That's it. Thank you.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namrata, for joining us today. Well, that brings us to the end of this session. Though we would like to go on and keep listening to DTM Deepa, we have to, time constraint is there, and we have to stop here. DTM Deepa, it was a pleasure sharing the screen space with you, asking you questions on behalf of all the Toastmasters in the district, and also listening to you. So thank you so much. And I hand over the stage to Toastmaster Saji Varghese, the Area 49 elect.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bosco. Yes, Area 49 did save the best for last. Fellow Toastmasters guests, this session of live with DTM Deepa Surendran has indeed been an inspiration for all of us who are lucky to attend this event. I normally would thank the attending audience at the end, but only for the second time this year, I will make an exception. So please give yourself a round of applause for your attendance of this event. DTM Deepa has shared her journey in Toastmasters. She has achieved so much in so little a time. And I'm sure all of us have a take-home message. For me, she said something that will stay with me for a long time. She said that positivity attracts everyone. This whole interview was all about humility. Setting up a PR role for the district from thin air is probably the most amazing thing that we all heard during this interview. Handling a plethora of roles, 5 roles in a single meeting can't be easy at all. She seems to have done it all. But she said to our guest from India today that she is still in the learning stage. Being a Malayali, I'm happy to know that our future CGD director will strive to make Malayalam one of the official TM language. From the Q&A, we know that women leadership will also get a huge boost with the exemplary presence of DTM Deepa and others. Wow, wow, wow. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, please unmute your mics and give a loud round of applause for DTM Deepa Surendran. How many of you in the audience has taken up the role of timer more than 25 times this year? That means you should have become a timer at least once every fortnight. Well, our timer for today has done multiple education sessions, GE roles, speeches, evaluator roles, besides the timer role. I think I know of only 25, but minimum 25. With 67 attendees today, this successful event has been made possible by the leadership of Area Director Toastmaster Rohini Mendonca. A round of applause to her. A round of applause to Toastmaster Stephen George, our Division L Director. I had seen him some time ago, and I'm sure he's still there. He has provided guidance, leadership, and encouragement to all our events. Our Zoom master, Toastmaster Juan, is a young Toastmaster who had his foundation set up with his experience in the Gavel Club a year earlier. Now, with just a year into the membership with a senior Toastmasters Club, he is already a club officer handling the challenging role of VP Ed. Thank you, TM Juan, for flawless execution and facilitation of this successful event. It takes a lot of skills to be an interviewer. Today, this successful event, the interview and the Q&A session, has been made possible due to the fantastic interviewing skill sets of our Area 49 Secretary, Toastmaster Bosco Mascarenhas. A round of applause for our moderator, Toastmaster Bosco, who conducted the interview and the Q&A session. It is difficult to be moderator for both the session, but today he did it. For those of you who asked the questions, thank you for your interesting questions, which has enhanced the quality and the learning from this event. Special thanks to our other area directors in Division L for promoting this event. A special word of mention for Division PR and all other division and district leaders for making this event a success and all the work done behind the scenes. On behalf of the Area 49 ExCom, let me tell you that it has been an exciting term this calendar year. Toastmaster Bosco, Toastmaster Arif, and me, we have been fortunate to work with our Area Director, Toastmaster Rohini, in the successful culmination of yet another Toastmaster year. This event is a huge value add for Area 49 and the Toastmasters community beyond. Thank you all once again for attending this event. Since we had time restrictions and given that there could have been more questions that some of you in the audience would have liked to ask, please feel free to reach out to our Area Director, Rohini Mendonca, who will facilitate the answers to these questions. And with that, I wish you all a very good afternoon.